Hello all, my name is Joshua and today I'll be showing you how Medisum Trim 1+1 works. It has two functions, one acts as a fat eraser and the other one as a carb remover. And in today's experiment I'll be showing you how the carb remover works. So we're going to start off with two conical flasks, test control and the experimental conical flask. We are going to be adding 10 ml of a starch solution to each of these flasks. Let me just mix that up, make sure it's all nice and uniform. Like so. Then what we're going to do into the experimental flask is add the carb remover. So, going to give this a nice mix, make sure it's all nice and uniform. Like so. And then we're going to add iodine. Now, what iodine does, it will bind to starch and turn it to a blue color. So add about 12 drops into each. Like so, and give that a mix. Add a bit more to the experimental because it's got a bit more volume, just to get the intensities up to a similar level. There we go. Now the next thing I'll add, actually a couple more. Next thing I'll add is the alpha amylase solution. So what this enzyme does, it converts or breaks down starch to form glucose, and glucose is the molecule that the body can absorb. So by using the carb remover, you essentially block the actions of alpha amylase. Thus, the starch doesn't get converted into glucose, so the body can't absorb the sugars. So what I'll do is add about 12 drops to each. You know what, make it 15. Like so, give that a mix, and then place them in a beaker of hot water, and in due course, we'll see a colour change indicative of starch conversion and lack of starch conversion in either beaker. Just sit and wait. So after waiting some time and at the right temperatures in these beakers, what we can see is that with the control conical flask, the alpha amylase was allowed to work and all the starch was converted into glucose, which is indicative of this colour change, whereby with the experimental conical flask in which Medisum Trim 1+1 was added, the starch wasn't allowed to be converted into glucose because the alpha amylase was inhibited by the Medisum Trim 1+1. So what this means is, because the actions of alpha amylase are inhibited, starch isn't being converted into glucose. Glucose is the way in which the body absorbs sugars. The body absorbs less sugars. Thus, Medisum Trim 1+1 has the ability to reduce the body's intake of sugar. I hope you enjoyed watching this demonstration and it's provided some insights into the ability of a Medisum Trim 1+1 having an effect on helping people with their diet.